There are numerous opportunities and paths for cooperation, even though some are diligently trying to dismantle the mechanisms of interaction built over centuries. The cooperation among EAEU countries is constantly growing. This year shows good dynamics as well. In just the first 4 months, mutual trade increased by 9.5%, exceeding $21 billion. Interaction with third countries is developing. From e-commerce to logistics in the Eurasian Economic Union's energy market. This is being discussed today in Yerevan. The capital of Armenia is hosting the Economic Forum of the Five and the EAEU Intergovernmental Council. Today, the dialogue is at the level of experts and ministry leaders. They discussed equal competition rules, public procurement, industrial cooperation, a single labor market, and tourism. Svetlana Lukyanyuk on what is important to resolve today within the Five to benefit everyone.
The Eurasian Economic Union is 10 years old. It was created as a space for the free movement of goods, services, labor, and capital. It's clear that not all these principles worked 100% immediately. Each needed its own time. But even today, the issue of barriers that hinder development and equal market access remains on the agenda of the Five's meetings. Today in Armenia, where the Economic Forum has started, they talked about various integration directions. Speaking of barriers, nearly 70 have been removed in 10 years. One proposal at the forum is to calculate how these restrictions affect mutual trade. Today, by the way, trade within the Five is not only through dealers and official representatives. Marketplaces are taking the lead. Experts claim about 50% of clothing in the EAEU will be sold on such platforms next year. The market power of these players is growing, and it's important to create legal mechanisms.
Here, of course, many questions arise that were brought up for discussion. These include consumer rights protection, taxation, competition rules for electronic platforms, and how goods sold through e-commerce will undergo technical regulation to ensure quality for consumers.
The Belarusian initiative at the Eurasian Economic Commission showcased a digital solutions display. There are currently 97, with over 50% from Belarus. Such a display is an opportunity not just to show, but to share experiences. This is relevant for industrial cooperation to create Eurasian products. The finances for this are already available. This year, one can expect 1.8 billion Russian rubles, and next year almost 3.5 billion. The main condition is the participation of at least 3 countries.
The Eurasian Economic Commission is actively working on launching this project. I hope that soon we will present the first projects for the Commission Council's approval. This will be a good example for businesses to actively engage in implementing this mechanism.
All countries of the Eurasian Economic Union are interconnected, even in the stock exchange table. Trade? A project for a common market concept has been developed. It will be presented to the premiers for approval. There are 4 stages of formation until 2030.
During this period, an agreement on stock markets will be developed and signed. The concept will be followed by a program development detailing specific activities. A draft program already exists, and the next step is its practical implementation.
The forum will discuss digitalization in modern realities with government leaders. Before the visit to Minsk, the Prime Minister emphasized the importance of resolving many issues at the Intergovernmental Council.
A detailed discussion is expected on topics such as unifying approaches within the risk management system, staffing issues for the board, and approving the EU budget for 2025.
The working visit to Yerevan started this evening. Tomorrow is a big negotiation day. The meeting agenda includes 22 issues. 6 of them will be discussed by prime ministers in a narrow format. These are always the most debated integration topics. Additionally, bilateral meetings traditionally occur on the sidelines of the Intergovernmental Council. The Belarusian Prime Minister has scheduled talks with the head of the Russian cabinet. Svetlana Lukyanyuk, Alexei Yunosh, and Sergei Baranov, First News from Armenia.